Here's how to create 30 unique video ads to scale e-commerce brands in 30 days and how we would love to do the same for you. What if I told you that in the next 30 days, you could launch 30 unique video ads that will improve your meta ads performance and help you scale your brand? That's how we've helped Best Self generate $824,000 and over 20,000 sales from a single UGC video. Crafty by Numbers nearly doubled their ROIs to 4.25 while adding $400,000 in revenue. Polish Bubs increased their ROAS by 74% and lowered their CPA by 44% in just 30 days. For most brands, creative is the biggest lever to improve performance and scale meta ads, yet they are still gambling their entire ad budget on just a handful of videos each month. I'm Jacob Sinuk, founder of 10x ROAS, and you might know me from Twitter or LinkedIn, where I like to post lessons and actionable strategies we'll learn from producing tens of thousands of ads for over 120 different e-commerce brands at this moment. In the next 30 days, I want to help you launch 30 unique video ads optimized to drive new customers and sales to your brand without locking you into any contract. It is month to month, very simple. So stick with me if you run an e-commerce brand already spending over $10,000 a month on meta ads, or if you launched a new brand and are ready to invest at least $2,500 in creative that can actually improve your ad performance and help you scale. So here's the outline of what we are going to cover in this video. First, we are going to take a look at our system and how it prevents the miserable cycle of finding winning ads that burn out immediately. Our proven three-step process that consistently finds winning ads, why traditional creative fails and how our data-driven ad creative scales profitably, how we deliver 30 unique video ads for your brand in 30 days, how we build a creative pipeline to scale your ad spend without running out of winning ads, why we work month to month without long-term contracts. We kind of hate those, to be honest. How to work with us and get better performing ads with higher ROAS and a lower CPA for your brand. So that sounds like something you'd like to learn more about. Let's dive in. So maybe you've worked with creative agencies before who promised the world, but they just created terrible ads that performed even worse than what you already had in your ad account. So let me be straight with you. Most e-commerce brands are struggling with the exact same creative problems. It's either you're paying too much for very few ads. Maybe you're working with an agency that delivers just 4 to 5 videos a month. They charge you premium rates and they have no guarantee that the ad videos will actually perform. Then it could be creative fatigue hits faster than ever and what worked last week doesn't work for your brand anymore. And you're just constantly scrambling to refresh your creative pipeline. Or scaling is a nightmare. And the moment you find a winning ad, you need 10 more variations immediately to kind of keep it going, but your team is already maxed out. So if that sounds familiar, here's the painful truth about creative production today. Most brands are betting their entire ad budget on a handful of videos created by people who understand cameras, but know what makes people who scroll social media buy your products. They are winging it with their testing. They're throwing different creatives at the wall, hoping something sticks, and it usually does not, as you already know. And they're constantly playing catch up with no real system for quickly iterating on winners or scaling what works. And the worst part is when those ads inevitably fail, you've wasted not just your creative budget, so the money you spend on the creative, but your ad spend too, so the money you spend on the back creative to show it to people in your ad account. And I see this pattern play out over and over with brands who come to us after burning through multiple agencies, or they try to do it internally and they wasted, say, tens of thousands of dollars in ad spend. So here are a couple of brands that we've worked with. Hexclad, which you probably know with their cookware, Best Self, Cushion Lab, Polish Pops, Hollow Socks, Emails, Scribe, Unblow, Frito, Solid Wood Flowers, Rose Ginkgo, and many other brands that you might be familiar with. We've worked with them. And we produce tens of thousands of ads every year for over 120 different brands at the moment, each spending between $10,000 and $7 million a month on Meta and TikTok ads. And almost every single client that came to us after being burned by the same broken creative model, which is high prices, low volume, and inconsistent performance. And the old creative model is fundamentally broken because you're betting on a handful of video ads, you're paying premium rates with no performance guarantee, you're waiting weeks or even months for new creative when something fails, and you're having no real testing framework or optimization plan to further optimize your ad performance. And if you're stuck in this cycle, it is not necessarily your fault. The entire industry here is built on a flawed approach to creative production and the way they test new ads. But there's a better way. After seeing the same pattern play out over and over again, we've developed a completely different approach to the ad creative. We call it our 10x ROAS creative system. And it's not about making a few pretty videos and crossing your fingers, but about scaling consistent and building a consistent high volume creative system that is specifically designed for performance and scale for your Meta or TikTok ads in some cases. So here's how it works. We analyze your brand, your audience, and your competitors to develop a creative strategy and multiple creative angles and hooks specifically designed to convert your ideal customers. Then next, instead of betting on 3 to 4 videos, we deliver 30 unique ads optimized for ad performance in the first 30 days. And each ad comes with different hooks, angles, and concepts to maximize the chance of finding winning ads. And finally, we implement our testing framework, analyze what is working, and quickly iterate on your top performing ads to extend their lifespan and scale them further. And this isn't about getting a few videos. The entire 10x creative system is about building a complete creative pipeline that feeds your ad account month after month with new winning ads, which is always the goal here. While most agencies focus on making content that simply looks good in social media and they brag about it in their website portfolios, we've reverse engineered what actually drives performance. And so first, that is testing multiple hooks. So instead of guessing which hook will capture attention, we test multiple proven hooks specifically crafted for your product. So that's problem solution hooks that address your customers' pain points, curiosity hooks that stop the scroll, before after hooks that showcase transformation, authority hooks that build instant credibility, and many more. Then, second, matching creators with your brand. So, we don't use random agency creators. We specifically match our best creators who reflect your exact customer audience. And the creators that we choose look, speak, and act as your customers. They are relatable to your audience. So, your customers and your audience believes everything the creators say, and they have the ability to convince your audience to purchase, not just look good on camera. And third, it's performance frameworks. Every video we produce follows proven direct response structures designed to first capture attention in the first 3 seconds, address objections before they arise, build desire through specific benefit sequencing, and drive clear action with optimized call to action. So that is usually sales in this case. And this is not a random structure, but a proven system that's generated millions in revenue for our clients. And we've done this for over 120 different brands, and it's been working consistently, which is why we still do this for brands that we work nowadays. So let me show you what happens when our system is implemented correctly. One of our UGC ads that we created for Best Sell, which I already mentioned, scaled to $824,000 in revenue and over 20,000 sales in just a few months from a single video. And that's not always the case. It is more of a rare example, but it's an example where you can have one good video based on the strategy and the proper creative analysis. And when you have that video that you can find either in the first month, the second, third month, it can really scale extremely well. And that video became their best performing ad in 8 years and continues to perform extremely well even today after 4 years. It's one of their winning ads. We also helped Crafty by Numbers add $400,000 in revenue while increasing their ROAS from 2.24 to 4.25, which is a 90% improvement in ROAS. Imagine how much better you would sleep at night just knowing your ads are hella profitable and they are ready to scale as much as your inventory allows. And thirdly, we help Polish Pups increase their ROAS by 74% and lower their CPA by 44% in less than 30 days of working together. And one of our ads scaled to over 2,400 orders and brought in over $100,000 in revenue, helping them achieve an all-time high revenue for 3 consecutive months. And these case studies and a couple of others, we have them on our website. So if you go to the website, you can read in more detail exactly what we've done. But this is the overview and the wins we've had with these clients. So here's what some of our clients say, and you can find all of these testimonials and even more on our website. but I'm just going to point out a couple of them here. So Daniel from Crafty by Numbers, which is the case study here, said, "You don't know how much I was looking for someone like 10 extra eyes to help with our video ads. I'm really grateful to know you and scale further." So he's very happy. Then James from Best Self, which is the first case study here, says, "Working with 10x Rise has been a game changer for us. Their entire team is easy to work with and continues delivering great creative. I love the videos and I've been sharing them with people all day. Overall, 10x Rise has had a positive impact on our ad performance." Then Polish Pops, which is another case study. And Paul said the team at 10x Rise really understood our brand and product and has done a very detailed research that we were impressed by. They have very niche product that requires a lot of education into the brand, the product, and the customers. And Paul thinks we've done that very well. They came up with concepts that were on point and selected creators that perfectly reflected our customers. We launched the first set of video creative early this year and found some winners that increased our ROAS by 74% and made acquiring new customers way more affordable. We are 3 months in and we've been consistently hitting an all time high revenue with thousands of sales coming from their creative. So that's Polish Pops and Paul, what they thought of working with us. And there's also Travis from Move, another of our clients, which I'm gonna just hold on the screen for a second, and you can pause if you want to read it. But what he said about us is 10x Russ has been a game changer. They are truly ahead of the viral trends and videos, and the quality we are putting to our audience is much better than before, with better results on Facebook ads. And before he tried to do it internally, work with creators, different creator platforms, and nothing really worked with for him from that. And the best part is I can focus on different problem solutions or story angles, and 10x Russ does the rest. They've been flexible and can adjust quickly based on the feedback I see from performance metrics. So you can read the rest here, but that's what some of our clients said about working with us and on our process. But here's the twist. So our 10x ROAS creative system is not for everyone. It is specifically designed for brands who are already running paid ads on Meta or TikTok, who are spending at least $10,000 a month on advertising. So either spending on Meta or TikTok or in Google, and they are ready to spend $10,000 a month with the right creative. Um, it is designed for brands who are ready to invest at least $2,500 in creative that can actually improve their ad performance. They understand that creative is the biggest lever in performance marketing, and they want a systematic approach to finding and scaling winning ads. And if that sounds like you, then you are exactly who we built this for. And at this point, you have three options. And I like to share this with all the clients on the calls. It's going to show them the different options they can go with. The first option is do nothing, which you probably don't want to go with since you are watching this video. In this case, you keep betting on a handful of videos each month and hope they perform. You keep scrambling when creative fatigue hits, and you keep wasting ad spend on creative that doesn't convert, which I assume you are not interested in this option since you're watching this video. Option two is build it internally. And we've had a lot of clients, well, not a lot of clients. We've had a couple of big brands where we've helped them improve and build the internal creative production capabilities for them, so they can produce even more ads in house. But that's usually nine-figure brands and brands who can afford to have extra team members and extra overhead, and they just need a ton of ads. But if you want to build it internally, you need to hire creators, creative strategists, and video editors. You need to develop your own testing frameworks, manage the entire production process yourself, working with creators as well. And you need to find them, cast them, train them, manage them, send them the scripts, get the content back. There's a lot of that goes into the creative production process. And this can work, but it requires significant time, expertise, and ongoing management. And we've had a couple of clients who came to us after trying to build it internally, but they couldn't get the ads to perform well. And the third option is to partner with us and let us handle your entire creative pipeline while you focus on scaling your business. And you'll get 30 unique video ads every month optimized to drive new customers and sales for your brand without the hassle of managing the process yourself. So everything you need to do in option two here kind of falls down because we covered everything for you in the third option. And so if you decided on option three, in the next 30 days, I want to help you launch 30 unique video ads optimized to drive new customers and sales for your brand without locking you into any contract. We work month to month. It's very simple. You're not locked into any long-term agreement, and I don't like those because we like to prove ourselves every single month. And we like to treat the first month as more of a trial where you get to see our workflow, how we work, you get to see the final creative that we produce, and you get to see how it performs before you decide to continue working with us. And there's no long term contract that you are signed into. And the worst case scenario working with us is you walk away after 30 days with a folder full of new ads. You get raw footage you own forever, and you have a detailed creative strategy that we create for you with what actually resonates with your buyers. So that's the worst case scenario if after the first month you don't like working with us, but we haven't had many cases there. And usually clients like to continue with us month to month, and we deliver even more creative and help them optimize and scale every single month. And so if you're ready to stop gambling on creative and start implementing a proven system to consistently create high performing ads for your brand, here's what to do next. Click the button below under this video to fill out our quick application form. It really takes 2 minutes to complete. And after you submit your application, we'll schedule a quick call to learn more about your brand, your current creative challenges, and your goals. And when you decide to work with us, we will develop a custom creative strategy tailored specifically to your brand and audience, which is the foundation of our 10x ROAS creative system. And within 30 days, you'll have 30 unique video ads. And all you need to do is upload them into your ad account on Meta or TikTok, or you can just simply share them with your media buyer and he'll do the rest. So don't wait until your current creative burns out and you're scrambling for new content. Don't waste another dollar on ads that don't convert, and don't settle for a creative process that leaves you constantly playing catch up. Just click the button below, fill out the quick application form, and you'll get 30 unique video ads in the next 30 days to help scale your brand.